It's basketball again, but with a difference, Ellie, I promise. You know, a few weeks ago, I was here and I talked about Amari Stoudemire, the great NBA basketball player who converted to Judaism, played in Israel, took Israeli citizenship. So many would probably say that he could qualify as the best, most accomplished Jewish and Israeli basketball player ever. But they'd be wrong. There actually is someone who's got more accomplishments, but most people don't even realize that she's Jewish and that she has Israeli citizenship.
Now I'm intrigued.
Okay, and that is Sue Bird. Sue Bird, for those who don't follow women's basketball, one of the great female basketball players of all time. She comes from my native Long Island. She won 2 national college championships at the University of Connecticut, 4 WNBA championships, 5 Olympic gold medals, leading the U.S. Olympic team. She won 5 EuroLeague championships, primarily playing for Russian teams. Now, as I said, most people don't realize she's Jewish. She has a Jewish father. The family name actually had been Borda, a Russian Jewish name, before they had changed it to Bird. Her father, Herschel, is Jewish. Her mother was not Jewish. She admits she did not grow up in a Jewish home at all, really. However, in 2007, when she wanted to play in Europe, there were quotas on American players. Each team could only have a certain amount of American citizens.
Okay.
So what did she do? She came to Israel, stayed here for several weeks, made Aliyah, took Israeli citizenship so she could play in Europe. And she said it was a very meaningful experience for her, even though she never played here. Let's listen to Sue Bird talk about her own experience making Aliyah.
What I found was, in this effort to create an opportunity in my basketball career, I was able to learn a lot about a culture that I probably wouldn't have, tapped into prior. Like I said, I grew up going to, different Passover dinners and things of that nature, but it was just the surface there. So now I really got to, so part of it was I made Aliyah. So part of it was being just immersed and basically living there for a little bit. And it was one of the best experiences.
Right. In some interviews, she's even talked about it would be cool to live in Israel, but she didn't. She went back to the States, continued her fabulous basketball career. Why are we talking about her? She's announced her retirement at the age of 41. She'll retire at the end of the season, but she's got a lot ahead of her. She's one of the leading advocates for equal or comparable pay for women in women's sports. She is also one half of the #1 power couple in women's sports, because she is engaged to Megan Rapinoe, who is the soccer great, the soccer player that led the U.S. women's team to glory in several Olympic Games. So she is still a major celebrity in the U.S., holds the record for most assists in the WNBA, top point guard ever. And I do want to say something, she's retiring, she's 41, she still plays at a very high level of basketball. Women's basketball is very popular here in Israel.
Right, very popular.
Big following. So I say to Sue Bird, listen, you already made Aliyah. You already have Israeli citizenship.
Come back home.
Maybe it's time to come here and give it a try. Maybe play for Israel in the Olympics. She's the first Israeli citizen actually to win a gold medal in the Olympics. So
wow.
People don't even realize it.
No.
So Sue Bird, here's your chance.
So Sue Bird, we're calling you to come back home.